this is my local beach for the next month. Coolum in Queensland. We've ridden the bikes a few kilometres and secured them. Here in Mt Coolum National Park, we're going to walk the track to the top of Mt Coolum and back. Lots of stairs from the bottom to the top of this mountain. We're already getting a good view. We wouldn't even be halfway up yet, would we? Apparently it's a competition, but nobody told me. Slow and steady wins the race, I say. So this is looking back over to the suburb we're staying in, and in front of us you have Coolum Resort with a PGA golf course. Very nice today. The mountain's a bit more exposed up here, not as much vegetation, a bit more open to the wind, and the path's getting a little rougher. Made it. Found Jess, who's been waiting here 15 minutes for us. That's a view down to Mooloolaba, I think is about as far as we can see, towards Brisbane, but a long way from Brisbane still. Good feeling. The trees don't do so well on the southwestern side of the mountain. Fairly exposed. Looking back to the airport in the distance there. And then inland to some mountains. Back down the bottom again. I reckon that was about an hour and 20 minutes with linger time at the top. Earlier today I did my weekly prep work for the next module on the AITD Social and Collaborative Learning Essentials course. We're coming into the last 2 weeks of the program, and this is the last week with content. It's the first time I've facilitated this course, and it uses content curated by someone else. So each week I have to go in and check that all of the curated content is actually still on the internet for a start, and check that I'm happy with the content and the discussion questions. So I'm in the back end of Curator, and this is the topic for this week, and there's a list of resources. I've actually cleaned all of those up, but I can basically go to each one, pull up some information. I can check that the links still work, check that I'm happy with the balance of topic articles that have been chosen, and also check the discussion prompter questions. And once I'm happy with that, I can let everybody know it's ready. And the way I do that, I can create a template for a new email. You can see I've got one for each of the weeks here, so I'm just creating a new one for week 7. So I was actually brave enough to get into my swimmers today and head out by the pool with Jess and John. But I dipped my toe in the water. It was too cold for me. Jess found the courage to stay in the water though. In the pool today. How cold?
Very cold.
You've been wanting to go in the pool all day.
I know.
Finally got your wish. How happy are you?
I'm gonna go on the slide.
Brave enough to give it another go. Yes, go Jess.
Wasn't as bad that time.
Starting to get ready for a steering group meeting this week for the Learning and Performance Institute, and I'm needing to get from this level of detailed analysis to something simpler to present to them. So I've started work on a PowerPoint presentation. One of the things I wanted to capture was the key shifts which the steering group has told us they believe are facing learning and development, and then some criteria for how we're going to select what skills should be. Present a proposed list of the skills which I have developed, and then for each new skill or revised skill, a comparison to what's currently in the capability map and an explanation or some key discussion points. As I said yesterday, I think most of the big shifts can be incorporated by just some modifications of the existing skills and integrating or shifting the way we talk about the scope of those skills and the emphasis. Having said that, there is no doubt there's some big disruptions about to hit us in the next 18 months to 3 years in learning and development. So Don and I are talking about some sort of process for ongoing maintenance of the capability map. Sunday night is planning night, so time to take a look at my weekly plan from last week and see what I actually got done.